Hey everyone, today I'm going to be trying to beat Pokemon Red with just a Machop. So, off camera I used my Game Shark for this because I can't get footage of it, but anyway, I started with Machop, we replaced Charmander with it, and as you can see we're about to take on a rival. We just know Karate Chop, so we're just going to keep Karate Chopping until we make Squirtle famous. And we will grow to level 6, as you can see there. But yeah, so basically I wanted to do this challenge on real hardware. I'm using a Super GameBoy for this. You can kind of see that the colors are kind of washed out. I don't have an S-video cord for my Super Nintendo. But I am actually using a reproduction cartridge for Red because I cannot find my real copy of Red anywhere. And I got this off of Temu, doing a mystery gift kind of thing. And I got a copy of Red, and I got a copy of Crystal. But anyway, you'll see me here just battling wild Pokemon, and until of course we're gonna go pick up the parcel. I'm gonna heal my Pokemon here, and yes, since I did play this on a Super Game Boy, the clock speed of the Super Nintendo makes it a little bit faster because I don't have a Super Game Boy 2, and my Super Game Boy is not modded. So, but we picked up the parcel, and we're gonna go deliver it now. But we're gonna run into some Pokemon. And I am just as I'm editing this video, I went ahead and put it in 3 times speed. Even though it's I did this on real hardware, so. But anyway, we're picking up the parcel now, and we're just gonna go ahead. After I get the Pokedex here, I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead to taking on Brock. Alright, so I lied. I said I was going to take on Brock, but instead I'm going to save, and then we're going to take on the junior trainer before we take on Brock. And you'll see I'll be at a higher level because I did take on some trainers in the forest. So I also forgot to turn off battle animations, so sorry about that. But we're at level 11 after taking down the Diglett, and we're about to deal with Sandshrew, and it keeps using, sand attack, so yeah, we got a critical hit with, Karate Chop, and yeah, first reset, as you can see, I decided not to take the L. I just went ahead and reset the game. So I try it again, because I think, you know what, this might be a decent enough level for me to beat this trainer. So I use Karate Chop again, of course, it's the only move we know, and we're going to go to level 11. As you can see, level 11, and let's see if we can actually beat the Sandshrew. Well, we get Sand Attack again. Use another Karate Chop, and another Karate Chop, and there we go, we beat the trainer. But I don't think we're going to be at a decent enough level to beat Brock, but I go back, heal, and after we're done healing, I'm pretty sure, I think I remember we're going back, so I save like crazy. That's another thing, you can kind of tell that I'm using a reproduction cart. Look at the stats for a little bit. The reason why I can tell is because it takes a little bit to save, as you can see right there. So now, we are about to take on Brock for the first time. Well, how does this go? What do you think? We're only at level 12 and we only know Karate Chop. Probably not gonna go so great. And you can see, Karate Chop does have a high critical hit ratio, but since it keeps using Defense Curl, I'm doing less and less damage. And that's another thing in this challenge. I did not use any status changing moves. I only used attacking moves. So that was another thing why it made it a little bit more difficult. But took down the Geodude. Now we're on the Onix. We're at level 13. He uses Bite, as you can see there. Yeah, there was no way we were going to win this battle, by the way, you can probably already tell. And we lost. That time I decided to black out to use the experience. And now I'm debating, am I going to try it again, or am I going to grind, as you can see here. So now I decided, well, no, we need to grind. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Alright, and we're back again at level 14. Will we be able to beat Brock? I highly doubt it. Let's find out. Yes, as you can see, I grinded until we're at level 14. Machop does learn low kick at like level 20 something, which by the way, that's another thing I didn't do. I did not prepare myself for this challenge. I just went in blind. I didn't look up Machop's like base stats. I didn't look up its moveset list. I just went and did this challenge just cuz. Anyway, we take down the Geodude, of course. I highly doubt we're going to beat him at this level, but we're going to find out anyway. And he uses Bite, as you can see. And we're barely doing any damage, even with the critical hit. And yeah, we're about to get hit with Bite and get knocked out again. Alright, what do you know? I tried again. This is my third attempt, and I decided to use the struggle method. I don't know why I did this, because struggle is going to do even less damage than Karate Chop. But I decided to do that. I'm back again, and as you can see, I'm at level 15 now. Yeah, struggle obviously is not a good strategy. And I bet you people are probably commenting saying, why would you use struggle? I don't know what I was thinking when I did this, but I guess I was so desperate that I thought struggle would work. Obviously it doesn't. Spoiler. But we grow to level 16, and we lose against Onyx, of course. Alright, we're back again. This time, I decided to take him on at level 17. And yeah, no, we're not doing the struggle method. We're just gonna have to rely on Karate Chop. And I wanted to do this so bad without learning low kick that I just went back at level 17, of course. And again, we only know Karate Chop. So of course we take down Geodude. We know we can take down Geodude. But can we take down the Onyx at level 17? Well, the answer is, no. Again, it uses Bide, and we get knocked out eventually. So again, I'm kind of forced to level up again. So, we lost again. Alright, we're back again, and, so you'll see I forgot to heal. So I get into the battle, we're at level 18 now, and I realize, oh crap, we forgot to heal. And so I decided to reset the game. So, oops. So that attempt kind of sucked. I said I was going to edit this out, but I decided just to keep it in. I do need to keep track of all the attempts, but... So yeah, that was a fail. I forgot to heal. We're at level 18 now. So we're going to head back to his gym, and we are going to take on Brock. We're going to save, of course, because we always have to save. And we're going to take on Brock at level 18. So let's see how this battle falls out. Because we already know, again, we can take down Geodude. That's fine. That's easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We can take down this Geodude just fine. We have been able to at lower levels. It's the Onyx we still cannot figure out how to beat. So let's see if this attempt's the right one, because I haven't really watched these clips in a while. So obviously the only move we can use is Karate Chop. And he keeps using Screech here. We don't have any badges, so we don't get any boosts. And that's another thing. There's nothing I can do to control that. It's just how the game's programmed. So yeah, when I said no status changing moves, if the opponent uses it against me, there's nothing I can do. And as you can see, we finally beat Brock at level 18 without low kick. So we got our first freaking badge. Let's go. Even though we failed to heal our Pokemon the first time. And it took us 59 in-game time minutes. So this is what I'm going to measure in this challenge, and probably all my challenges. We're going to go with in-game time. Here we fight the Super Nerd right before the fossils. So we're about to take him down. We've got a Grimer at level 12, a Voltorb at level 12, and a Coughing as well. And we should be able to take him down just fine. So we're going to do that, and of course after we take down this Coughing, we gotta pick a fossil. We're gonna pick the Dome Fossil. So now we're in Cerulean City. And I also forgot to show that I caught a Paris because I need an HM cut user, of course. So, anyway, we're about to take on Blue. He's got Pidgeotto at level 18. And Machop shouldn't have too much of an issue. As you can see, we just took down the Pidgeotto, grew level 22. Abra won't be a threat because it only knows Teleport. So, one Karate Chop. Now Rattata comes out, and we're going to use Low Kick, it's super effective. We miss, but we eventually take it down. And last but not least, it's Squirtle. And we almost defeat it with one low kick, but then we decided to use a karate chop to finish it off. So now, we defeated our rival. So, time to take on Nugget Bridge, but I'm going to go down and I'm going to heal first, of course, because gotta heal, need that HP and PP restored. So, we're going to take on Nugget Bridge. Got the first trainer here. Use a bug catcher. Got a Caterpie. Chop will use Karate Chop and take it down. And now it's Weedle time. And we'll use Karate Chop and we take it down. So, and we're at level 23. So then we take on the next trainer, who is a Lass. She's got a Pidgey at level 14. Karate Chop. Get hit by a Sand Attack, but we still hit Karate Chop. So Lass is a female Nidoran. Karate Chop almost takes it down. We miss our second turn, but third turn, we end up beating the Lass. So now, we're going through Nugget Bridge pretty fast. Time for Youngster, Rattata, level 14. We're going to use Low Kick against it. And Ekans. So we're going to use Karate Chop against it. And we took it down in one hit. And now Zubat. Karate Chop again. Don't take it down in one hit, we take it down in 2 hits. So now we take on the next trainer, who is another Lass. She's got Pidgey at level 16. We use Karate Chop. We get hit by Sand Attack, so we miss. We miss again, but we hit third time. And of course, she's got a female Nidoran at level 16. We miss with Karate Chop. We hit the next turn. And then we get it, and we beat her. So, we're going through Nugget Bridge pretty fast. So, decided to use potions instead of go back to the Pokemon Center. Of course, we're going to save here. And we're going to take on Junior Trainer, who only has a Mankey. So we'll go ahead and use Low Kick, but we miss. We use Low Kick again, and we take it down. So we defeated the Junior Trainer. So now we're about to take on the Mystery Trainer, which we all know is the Team Rocket Grunt. He's got Ekans at level 15. We're going to use Karate Chop on that. It gets us with Wrap, and it hits us for a few turns. Karate Chop again, we take it down. Now it's Zubat's turn. And we almost take it out in one hit, and we take it out next turn. So, Nugget Bridge is done, and I decided to go ahead and take on the other trainers outside of Bill's house or cottage, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a house. Anyway, we take on this hiker who's got an Onyx, and it uses Bind against us, but we end up taking it down. Not a big deal. We use potions because I don't want to go back to the Pokemon Center. And we're about to take on a Junior Trainer whose boyfriend's right up there, and she's talking. Oh, that's a Lass, my bad, not a Junior Trainer. That's right. So we made the Nidoran flinch. We used Low Kick there, 2 hits. We used Low Kick again, made the female Nidoran flinch, and we took down the Lass. So we're gonna save it, of course, because I like to save. Now we're gonna take on this hiker instead of that other trainer, who I believe is a Junior Trainer. Because I don't think we see cool trainers this early. We got Leer, which I'm not going to use at all in this run, of course. And pretty much hikers shouldn't be too much of a problem. We all know they use ground-type Pokemon and fighting-type Pokemon. And we defeated the hiker. So we've only got one more trainer that we can take on. And we can skip the other one. So I'm going to use a potion. And she is the trainer with the Oddish. And I think a Pidgey, too. So, we're about to take on this Lass. Oddish, level 13. We use Low Kick, taken out in one hit. Got a critical hit. Pidgey, we're going to use Karate Chop for that. Taken out in one hit. And the last but not least, Oddish, level 13. Our Karate Chop didn't take it out, but it did take it out the second turn, at least not the first turn. Pick up the Ether. In fact, that's the only Ether I'm going to get in this entire run, by the way. So I forget where all the other ones are at. But anyway, we're going to talk to Bill. And we're going to get the ticket, of course. So we'll get the ticket here. And, of course, now we're going to save the game. Because I save like crazy. So now we're going to go back down to Cerulean City. And I'm going to heal before I take on Misty, of course. Because we need to do that. But, so, yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to take on Misty, right? So, let's go ahead and get to the Misty fight. Which, of course, before I take on Misty, I gotta take on the Junior Trainer. Which she only has a Goldeen. So we're gonna use Low Kick. And it uses Peck. But we use Low Kick, and we knock it out, grow to level 26. And I'm gonna save before Misty. And of course, we're gonna take on Misty too because, hey, we're already here. Might as well do that. Start you at level 18, so we're gonna use a low kick. And we take it down in one hit. Now I take on Starmie, and I went for low kick forgetting it's a part psychic type, so I use Karate Chop. He uses water gun against me, and we use Karate Chop, and first try Misty. So I skipped a bunch, but we're on the SSN right now. We made it to Vermilion, taking on our rival 3. His team doesn't change much here, so he's got Pidgeotto at level 19, which we just defeated. He's got Eradicate now at level 16, which we just defeated there. Then he's got a Kadabra, and he uses Teleport, so this is pretty much a free win for us there. Gen 1 AI. But then we use Low Kick on Wartortle, takes 2 hits, and Machop's at level 29, by the way. Forgot to mention that. So, we're here, we're going to talk to the trash can first. It just makes this dialogue a little faster. So then we get HM1, and we're going to teach that to Paris, which, you know, we caught. So of course I'm going to save it. Gotta save a bunch. So also at this point in time, I mistakenly thought I forgot to get the bike voucher in Cerulean. So despite the fact that I mentioned that I went back to Cerulean to get the bike voucher, which we all know that's incorrect, I did lose some time from that, so of course the final in-game time's gonna be wrong. As you can see, I'm in Lieutenant Surge's gem after all that nonsense. So we're taking on Lieutenant Surge. We got Machop here, and it knows Dig, so we're gonna use Dig. It's Voltorb. It's down. We're at level 30 now. Here comes Pikachu. Dig again. Take it down in one hit. So now it's Raichu's turn. It uses Thunder Shock against us, but we managed to hit that Dig, and there we go. We beat Lieutenant Surge. We got the 3rd badge. After all that nonsense of me forgetting that the bike voucher doesn't exist in Cerulean, you... Alright, despite me going on a tangent about the whole bicycle thing, off camera I did get the bike. And we're in, not Mountain Moon, we're in Rock Tunnel. This is not Mountain Moon. Anyway, taking on the first Pokemaniac. As you can see, we take down his Cubone. And he's got a Slowpoke. Now, use, you know, we are going to defeat this Pokemaniac here, as you can see. But, you might notice after I beat him, I used a Repel, but I don't heal my Pokemon. I don't heal my Machop. So, when I go to take on the next trainer right here, another Pokemaniac who has a Slowpoke, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get knocked out, yes. And it's because I get confused, and instead of using, you know, Body Slam, I use Dig and then hit myself. Alright, so I come back, and I take on this Pokemaniac again. And then, this time, I actually am gonna win, so... You'll see it here, I use Body Slam, I paralyze it, and then Karate Chop just finishes it off. And of course I save it here. So once again, I decided to go ahead and just skip some scenes apparently, because now we're in Celadon City. And we're going to pick up the freshwater. Now, I'm going to do something here. I don't know why I did this. I bought 2 freshwaters, I gave one to her, and got Ice Beam. Completely useless to me. I have no clue why I did this, but... maybe I was thinking I could sell it. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get the HM for Fly. I'm going to teach that to Pidgey. So we're going to get the HM right now. Talk to this lady, get the HM. Teach it to Pidgey, of course. Get rid of Whirlwind just because it doesn't matter which move I got rid of. I wasn't going to use it in the battle, but anyway, bad habit. So, I fly back to Celadon, and at this point, you know what? I decided to try to take on Iragon. So, we head down to the gym, and just see how this plays out. So, we go ahead, we take on the mandatory beauty that's just on the side right here. He has an Execute, and I use Dig, it uses Reflect, and I forget that Dig does not do a lot of damage to it. It resists. So, it puts me to sleep. And it keeps using Reflect and Hypnosis. So I think Reflect might be a Psychic type move, so it's good AI. So we use Body Slam, puts us to sleep again, we wake up, and we use Body Slam and defeat it. So we took on the beauty, so I decided to go ahead and save it here. And now we're going to take on Erica, and see how this goes. So, she leads with a victory bell, of course, level 29, we're at level 33, uses Razor Leaf. Always gets a critical hit, we use Dig, does about half, try to use Rapid, miss, use Dig again, she's going to heal it, we use Dig, and it uses Razor Leaf, and yeah, we got defeated. So instead of taking on Erica again, I went ahead and took on Giovanni. So we are now about to take him on. He's got Onyx level 25, Machop. We just use low kick, knock it out. Here comes Rhyhorn. We're gonna use low kick again and knock it out as well. And here comes Kangaskhan. We're at level 35. We're gonna use low kick again, so that, of course, because it's super effective. But we missed twice. And Kangaskhan almost knocks us out, but we end up taking it out, thankfully. That was way too close. See, look at this. 8 hit points left. So, we defeated Giovanni, of course, and I'm about to take on my rival again. So I use a repel here, and then I go ahead and just take on my rival. Starts with a Pidgeotto, level 25. We use Body Slam after it uses Quick Attack on us. Thankfully, it didn't use any flying type moves. So we use Dig against this Growlithe to take it down in one hit. Now execute. This thing, annoys me so much. See, puts us to sleep. And we stay asleep for a while. It gets some good hits on us with Barrage. Like, I say good, but not really. That move's not that great. But we eventually will wake up. And we wake up, we use this Barrage. So then we end up using Body Slam against it, take it down. Kadabra. So it uses Confusion against us, but we survive it, and we take it down in one hit, and out comes Wartortle. We use Low Kick, it flinches, and we take it down. So we defeated our rival, but that was way too freaking close. So next up, of course, we take on the Marowak, because, yeah, we all know, I went through Rocket Hideout, obviously. You see me take on Giovanni. There's not really much to talk about here. That Marowak does get a few hits on us, but not too much. So then, of course, we all know that's Cubone's mother. So I'm gonna heal here, and then we're just gonna take down all the grunts before we rescue Mr. Fuji and get the Pokeflute. So this rocket has a Zubat. We use Body Slam, take it down. Go to level 37. He's got another Zubat. We use another Body Slam. We take it down and Golbat. So we're gonna use Body Slam again. And we take it down one hit. So the first grunt is defeated. So very easy. Second grunt should be pretty easy, straightforward. He's got coughing at level 26. We use Dig, take it out one hit. And last but not least is his Drowsy. We use Dig against that, and we take it out one hit. So another easy victory. And here's the last Rocket Grunt in this area. So pretty much, he's got 4 Pokemon. He's got a Zubat level 23. We take it down with Body Slam right at level 23. We miss, but we hit it with Low Kick next turn because it uses Tail Whip. Next, Eradicate, it misses with Hyper Fang. We take it down, one hit with Low Kick. Then it's Zubat, take it out with Body Slam, and there we go. And we're about to rescue Mr. Fuji and get the Pokeflute. So, we get the Pokeflute right here, and that's pretty much it. So, I attempt to go to Koga's Gym, and prior to this, I actually went to Silph and lost against the Rocket. I didn't show it here, but yeah. So we tried to take on this Juggler, and we take down the Drowsy just fine. Both of them, actually. But, you know, he's got a Kadabra, so obviously we're not going to win this. So he uses Side Beam, and we're defeated. So at this point, I'm like, well, I still need to take on Erica. So I reset it, and I went to the Pokemon Center, healed, decided to fly back to Celadon. Because I don't want to take that loss, you know, you lose a lot of money. So, we're going to go back to Celadon. Get back on the bicycle. Cut the tree. And we're going to make our way back over to the gym. So, I figure we're at a higher level now. We should be able to beat Erica. So, let's find out if I beat her or not. So, of course she starts with a victory bell. We all know that. And it's at level 29. We're at level 39 now. So I use Dig against it. It uses Poison Powder, misses, and Dig takes it out. So now we made it to the Tangela. We're going to use Low Kick against it. We made it flinch, and we take it out with another Low Kick. And here comes Vileplume, so we're going to use Dig against it. It uses Petal Dance against us. It does decent damage, but we take it out. And there we go. We got ourselves the Rainbow Badge. We beat Erica. Alright, so we're going to take on Rival 5. And are we going to win? Well, just wait and see. So, starts with Pidgeot. Ends up doing a lot of damage to us with wing attacks, so yeah. But we end up taking it down, but we only have 29 hit points. No, 26 and then 29, yeah. We're at level 44. We take down a Growlithe, just fine. And then out comes the Execute. Puts us to sleep. Or tries to, but fails. And we take it down, but Alakazam will knock us out with Confusion. So we were back in Koga's gym, and got the Jugglers to take on. So, first Juggler. He beat us before. He's got 3 Drowsies at level 31, and the Kadabra at, I forgot what level. Anyway, so, first Drowsy, dead. Second one, fainted, not dead. Grow to level 44. Kadabra, uses Disable. We use Dig on it, take it down 1 hit. Last Drowsy, use Dig, take it down. There we go, first Juggler defeated. So, now, we gotta take on the next Juggler. And of course, I save like crazy. So we're gonna take on the next Juggler. Save before him too, because how I roll. So, this Juggler has a Drowsy and a Hypno. Drowsy at level 34. So we're gonna use Dig, doesn't take it out 1 hit. So we're gonna use Body Slam, take it out. Hypno at level 34 as well. We use Dig. Uses Confusion, we survive. Dig. And we take it down. So now we just got Koga. So before, that was the famous Juggler dropped his balls. But anyway, we're gonna save, of course, heal, save, and Koga time. So, how is this gonna play out? Well, let's see. It starts with Coughing, of course, level 37. We're gonna use Dig, but Dig only has 3 PP. So we take it down, Muck. I have to use Body Slam, I paralyze it, Sludge, poisons us, Body Slam. It gets disabled, it tries to use Disable, doesn't work. Gets fully paralyzed, take it down, go to level 45. Coughing, reuse Dig, that'll be a 1-hit KO. Take it down. Last but not least, his Wheezing, we use Dig. He uses an X attack. He uses 2 of them actually. We use Dig, and we get hit by Sludge, and that's it. So I decided to just go ahead and try to beat Koga again after we heal. How is this gonna play out? Well, we're Coughing. We're gonna be using Dig. You know. I'll take the first Coughing out just fine. Muck. We got more Dig PP now, so Dig it is. It uses Minimize, but we use Body Slam to finish it up. Go to level 45. Coughing. Well, we're going to use Dig. Take it out, 1 hit. Out comes Wheezing. Well, we're going to use Dig, but it uses Sludge against us. We don't get poisoned. Use Dig. And he uses X attack. And then he uses Self-Destruct. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We got another victory, another badge. Next, we decided to take on Blaine. Prior to fighting him, I actually lost against a trainer in the burnt house, or whatever you want to call it. But, so we use Dig against this Growlithe. And we take it out in 1 hit. Ponytail comes out. He uses a Super Potion, even though it's got full health. Take out Ponytail with a Dig. Rapidash. It uses Stomp. We flinch. It uses Growl. We use Dig. He uses Super Potion. We use Dig. He uses another Super Potion. We use Dig, and we take it down. Here comes Arcanine, and it uses Ember, gets a crit, but we use Dig, take it down about halfway. And he keeps missing, thankfully, because, yeah, we would have lost if we didn't. But we won. We beat Blaine, or Pokemon Eggman. Also, I forgot some objects, will just move in the map if a menu pops up before the objects are loaded in, so I just wanted to show that little Pokeball sitting there on top of the whatever the heck that's supposed to be, a wall, void, I don't know. So we're going to take our rival on again in Silphco, level 5, and we're also at a higher level now, we're at level 52, and we know Earthquake now. So Pidgeot's at level 37, we take it down with Body Slam. Growlithe, we'll use Earthquake against it, taking out 1 hit. Got a crit, didn't matter, but anyway, so we use Body Slam, gets Execute, tries to put it to sleep, it fails. Alakazam, it uses Psy Beam, but it does not knock us out. We take it down with Earthquake. So last but not least is Blastoise, level 40. Earthquake does decent damage, it uses Bite, we use Earthquake again, almost take it down, he uses Potion. We miss with Low Kick, we hit with Low Kick, get hit with a Bubble, lower speed, and we lost to a rival again. But, you know what, I figured that was so close, I went ahead and just took him on again. Because I'm like, you know what, we're probably going to win this. Let's do it again. So, Pidgeot. Well, use Body Slam again, of course. It's the only move we can use against it. Uses Wing Attack, but we take it down with Body Slam. Growlithe. We'll use Earthquake. Take it down, one hit. His crit does not matter. Execute. Body Slam. Paralyze it. It gets fully paralyzed, we take it down. Alakazam time. Use Earthquake. It uses Psy Beam, but we tank it again. And Earthquake will take it down, one hit. And last but not least, Blastoise again. Earthquake does good damage. It uses Bite, we use Body Slam, it uses Withdraw, we use Body Slam, and we beat our rival. So yes, I figured we can do that. And we did it. So after beating my rival, I went ahead and decided to take on Giovanni. Because can't do anything else yet. So he's pretty much easy. He's got a Nidoqueen at level 37, we use Earthquake, take it down, one hit. Next, Kangaskhan, we're going to use Low Kick again on it. Almost take it down, but make it flinch. We use Body Slam, take it down. Rhyhorn, level 37, take it down with Earthquake. Last but not least is Nidoqueen, and we're using Earthquake against it, and we take it down in one hit. So Giovanni's easy as usual. So Sabrina's next, and yeah, she's not going to be too easy because, you know, we got a fighting type Pokemon. So Kadabra comes out, takes us out in one hit because it gets a crit. Yep. So, we lost. But we're about to take her on again right away. And how is this playing out? Well, so, Deborah. It uses Psy Beam against us again, but it doesn't take us out. We do get confused. We take it out with Earthquake. Thankfully, it's one hit because it's weak. Mr. Mime comes out. We use Earthquake again. We hit ourselves this time. Hit Mr. Mime with Earthquake, taking out one hit. Venomoth comes out. We're still confused. We use Body Slam, paralyze it. It gets fully paralyzed, and we hit it with Body Slam. Out comes Alakazam. She uses Psy Wave, and then Earthquake takes it down. So we beat Sabrina, surprisingly. It only took us twice. 2 attempts. I did not expect that. I thought this fight was going to be a lot tougher. But, so now, we're going to make our way back to Fradian City to take on Giovanni. Okay, it's Giovanni time. So he starts with a Rhyhorn, of course, at level 45. We're going to use Low Kick. Almost take it down, one hit. He uses Tail Whip against us. We take it down. Dugtrail comes out. He uses Guard Spec, but we take it out with one hit with Low Kick. Nidoqueen. We use Earthquake against it. And we take it out in one hit. Well, not last but not least, we got Nidoking. We're going to use Dig on it. Take it out in one hit. Last but not least, this is Rhydon. So we use Dig on it. And it survives, but it uses Tail Whip and misses, and we got the badge. So we got all 8 badges finally. So now, it's time for us to take on a rival before we go on to the Elite Four. So how is this going to play out? Well, just find out. So my first attempt, I am going to lose. I am going to bring that up right now. So, about to lose here. So he starts with Pidgeot. We're at level 57 now, so this is my first attempt against him. He uses Wing Attack against us. We use Body Slam. It takes 3 hits to take down Pidgeot. So Rhyhorn comes out. We use Dig against it, taking out in one hit. Next is Growlithe. We're going to end up using Dig. It's going to use Agility because it thinks it's the best move. We take it out in one hit. So Execute. We're going to use Dig against it again because I forgot it resists it. But I use it again. You just Leech Seed, and then we use Body Slam and take it down, but here comes Alakazam. And yeah, Psychic. Definitely won't be able to tank that. So I reset the game, and I'm like really desperate to try to beat a rival. So I use Rare Candies here. And I believe we're going to take Machop up to level 60 if I remember correctly. And I'm looking, and I'm desperately looking to see if I have any moves I could teach Machop, but I don't. And this is actually a moveset it will have the rest of the game, by the way. So I attempt to take him on again at level 59, not level 60. We get a hit with wing attack, it's a critical hit. And again, it's going to take us 3 hits to take down Pidgeot. So Rhyhorn comes out, we only have 60 hit points. We make it flinch because we use low kick instead. And then Growlithe comes out, it's going to use agility because we use dig. And we take it out in 1 hit. Execute comes out, we use Body Slam. He uses Leech Seed, we use Body Slam to take it out. But Alakazam, it uses Reflect, so Earthquake's not going to do as much damage. And Psychic. So yeah, we lost again. And I was stuck on my rival for a little bit. And here's another attempt. Yeah, this is when I believe I bring Machop up to level 60, thinking that will do something. Because I'm so desperate, you know, here. So yeah. Oh no, level 61, my bad. So we raise it up to level 61. I attempt to take on my rival yet again. Let's see if level 61's gonna cut it. It's a Pidgeot, level 47. It's still faster than us. We use Body Slam. But now it takes 3 hits still. And he uses Wing Attack against us. So Rhyhorn comes out. We know we can one-shot it. So we take it down. And then, of course, Growlithe. We know we can one-shot that as well. It uses agility, of course. We use Dig, take it out. And then Execute comes out. We use Body Slam against it, paralyze it. It gets us with Leech Seed, and we take it down. Next hit, Alakazam. It's still faster than us if we don't have full health. So, but I decided to take him on yet again. So this was a little later. And so now we're at level 63, so I did some training off camera. And we take the Pidgeot down in 2 hits now. So I use Dig against the Rhyhorn, take it out in 1 hit. Then Growlithe, again, we're going to use Dig. And it's going to be the same outcome as it has been. Execute comes out. We use Body Slam. It uses Poison Powder, misses, and then we take it down next turn. Alakazam. It uses Psychic. Yeah. But I tried it again, because I'm very desperate. I want to beat my rival so bad. I'm so desperate. So, we're at level 64. I use Body Slam, get a crit, and then we take down Pidgeot. Don't take any damage. We use Low Kick against Rhyhorn, try to use Horn Drill, but it doesn't work. Growlithe comes out, and I use Earthquake instead of Dig this time, but it's going to be the same outcome. And then Execute comes out, and we use Body Slam. And it poisons us. And we use Body Slam to take it down. Alakazam comes out, and I use Earthquake. I use Psybeam, but we tank it. And we use Earthquake, and it survives with 1 hit point. But then he heals it with a potion, but we take it down. So we made it to Blastoise, finally. But we're poisoned. It uses Withdraw. We use Low Kick. And it hits us with Bite. So that's another reset there. But I feel like I'm confident that I can beat my rival, so I go ahead, restart the game, and take him on yet again. So, Pidgeot comes out, and we use Body Slam against it. It uses agility again, we take it down, take no damage. Rhyhorn comes out, we use Earthquake, we'll take it down 1 hit, we already know that. Growlithe comes out, we take it out, of course, with 1 hit with Earthquake. And of course, comes out, Execute, we use Body Slam. It doesn't paralyze us, thankfully, we take it down. Now we have full health, we're back at the Alakazam. I want to try to paralyze it, but it doesn't work, and it takes us out. So, I'm going to attempt to take on my rival yet again. So we're at a higher level now, we're at level 65, Body Slam, does about half. But we can take down Pidgeot, we take it down. No damage done. So Rhyhorn comes out, we use Low Kick, make it flinch, Low Kick, take it out. Growlithe, we'll use Earthquake, take it out in 1 hit, we know this already. Execute, we use Body Slam. He uses Stun Spore, so we're paralyzed. So we take it down, but Alakazam comes out and uses Psybeam, we tank it, but we get fully paralyzed and that's it. So yeah, we didn't win. So, but since I came close, I decided to take on my rival yet again. because I might as well do it. And accidentally press the X button there and change the palette for a second, my bad. But anyway, Pidgeot, we use Body Slam, does about half. He uses Wing Attack the second turn, so we do take some damage. Rhyhorn comes out. I decided to use Earthquake because why would I use Low Kick? It does less damage. But we take it down one hit. Growlithe will be the same. Earthquake, one hit, take it down, bam. So now it's Execute, and we use Body Slam. We paralyze it, which is great, but it Leech Seeds us. So Alakazam comes out, it uses Reflect, so Body Slam does half, Psybeam, and we survive, but with 10 hit points we get taken down, because he uses Psychic. So yeah, another reset. I was stuck on my rival for a bit, and spoiler alert, I'll be stuck on him for a bit in the Elite Four too, because of Alakazam. So I try it again. I used a rare candy on Machop. We're at level 66. Body Slam. Same outcome. It uses agility, so we don't take any damage. Rhyhorn comes out. We use Earthquake. We'll take it out one hit. And likewise with the Growlithe, we use Earthquake, take it out one hit. And of course, we'll use Body Slam against the Execute because it does the most damage. And we paralyze it, so that's good. So we don't take any damage, no status moves. Alakazam comes out. It uses Psybeam, but we can tank it. We use Body Slam and take it out one hit. Blastoise. Finally, again, we use Earthquake. It does about half. It uses Hydro Pump, misses, but then it uses Hydro Pump again and it takes us down. So finally, we take on our rival one last time before the Elite Four. Yes, we finally beat him. So we start off with Pidgeot, of course. We're at level 67, we'll use Body Slam, we'll use Body Slam again, take it down, we'll use Earthquake against Rhydon, we'll be able to take it down in one hit. Same with Growlithe, we'll use we'll use Earthquake, take down the Growlithe in one hit, we'll use Body Slam against Execute, and we'll take it down in a couple hits. It attempts to use Solar Beam, but obviously we take it down. So Alakazam comes out, Psybeam, we tank it, and we take it down with one hit, thankfully. Earthquake, and then out comes Blastoise, and it's gonna use Skull Bash, so we end up taking it down, thankfully. Finally, we beat our rival. So this is my first attempt at the Elite Four. I'm not gonna show off all the attempts because it took me a good while to beat them. So the only Elite Four member I did not lose against was Lorelei, but this is my first attempt. We're gonna just use Low Kick pretty much for all her Pokemon. I did use Earthquake there, but Low Kick, because all our Pokemon are weak to fighting type moves, except for Slowbro resisted, so we're going to use Body Slam against it, and because of good AI, it's going to end up using Amnesia, not Agility, Amnesia, and I'll keep doing that over and over again, so it'll never hit us. And against Jinx, we'll use Low Kick, of course, because it's super effective. We're at level 68. It uses Ice Punch, but thankfully we don't get frozen. But like I said, we did not lose against Lorelei, not once. I never had a reset against her. I had a few close calls, but you won't see those attempts just because there were so many. So Bruno, yes, I lost to Bruno because I used a move against him. I think it was like Earthquake or Body Slam, and his Hitmonchan used Counter. So we did it got a lot of damage and took us out. So Bruno, Onix, level 53, we use Earthquake. We don't take it down, so... But I end up using Low Kick to take it down. He just uses X Defend. Body Slam, paralyzes Hitmonchan, he uses Mega Punch. We take it down next hit though. Hitmonlee, we use Dig against it, and it survives with one hit point, hits us, but then we'll take it down. And then Machop comes, or no, Onix, then we use Dig, take it down, because we get a crit. Now Machop comes out, Low Kick, Focus Energy, we use Earthquake against it, and we take it down. So now it's Agatha time, and you know how Agatha is, and because she has psychic moves, it's not going to be easy for us, so. But we actually don't get taken down by Hypnosis Dream Eater. We hit ourselves in confusion and knock ourselves out. But we take down a Gengar, even though it does put us to sleep and it uses Dream Eater, we do wake up, and we end up taking it out with Earthquake, and we do take out the Golbat as well, use Body Slam, and we make it to the Haunter, but the Haunter is what knocks us out because it confuses us and we hit ourselves in confusion. So that's why we lose against her this time. But the next attempt you will see will be my first attempt where I actually did beat her, so. And there we go. Knocked out. So this next attempt, I actually do beat her. We're at a higher level as well, which helps, of course. So now we are at level 72. So we're going to use Earthquake. She uses Dream Eater even though we're not asleep. Gotta love it when that happens. Well, that Body Slam. It uses Confuse Ray, and we don't hit ourselves, thankfully. So we take it out next hit. Haunt her. We don't hit ourselves, thankfully. We use Earthquake. Take it out in one hit. Arbok comes out. We're going to use Earthquake. Thankfully, don't hit ourselves again. And out comes her last Pokemon. It tries to confuse us, but we're already confused. We do hit ourselves. It tries to confuse us again, but we end up beating her, thankfully, because she decided to try to confuse us, even though we were already confused. So now it's Lance time. And how is this gonna go? Well, you'll see. So I use a Max Ether here. It's the only one I have in the folders. Well, no, I got a couple of them, so I got 2 left. So Lance, Gyarados ends up taking us down in one hit. That's all I'm gonna say, and you'll see it right now. So, yeah, that's another reset for us. Even though we paralyze it, does not get fully paralyzed. It does take us down one hit, but we end up losing against it. So we don't even make it past the first attempt. So yeah, we gotta come back. So my second attempt for Lance is this clip here, and let's see how this goes. So, of course, Gyarados comes out. We're at level 34. We're gonna use Body Slam against it. It uses Dragon Rage, and then we're gonna use Body Slam. Uses Hyper Potion, but that's all we're going to be using is Body Slam, because that's the only move that's going to be doing a lot of damage towards it. And we paralyze it and we end up beating it. So Dragonair, both of them are just going to spam Agility because of good AI, so they're going to both be pretty easy, but I took that one out in one hit. I'm going to use Dig against this one, and it survives, and he heals it, but he's just going to keep using Agility, so it's not that big of a deal. Now here, I was debating on what move I was going to use, and I forgot that low kick's kind of like, I think, a neutral move, even though it says it's super effective in the game, because Aerodactyl is Flying Rock, so I do take it down, thankfully, even though I do get confused, and of course, Dragonite's just going to spam Barrier, because again, good AI. It could also spam Agility, which is what happens in the future. I'm not going to show you all those attempts, because, spoiler alert, I beat Lance, you can see that right now, but am I going to beat my rival? No, I'm not. It's because of that damn Alakazam. You already know that. But I'm going to show you this because this is my first attempt. First time I made it to my rival. And it was actually the second time I made it to Lance. I made it to my rival. So let's see how this fight goes. And yeah. So Pidgeot comes out. We're going to use Body Slam against it, of course. It uses Wing Attack. Of course, it's still faster than us. It uses Sky Attack. Yeah, does a lot of damage, of course. Barely survived. Alakazam, and yeah, we lost. You'll see that it took quite a few attempts. Like I said, I'm not going to show you all. But the reason why I can tell you it took quite a few attempts is because, look, we're at level 79 now. And I ended up using PP-ups on some of my moves. So, we're faster than Pidgeot now, thankfully, so we take it down. Alakazam. It uses Reflect. Earthquake will do some good damage. It uses Reflect again! Thank God. So we end up taking it down. Right on Earthquake. You know the drill. Didn't take it out in one hit, but that's okay because it just tried to use Horn Drill, but we took it down. 80. We're at level 80. Earthquake against Arcanine because why else would I use anything else? Executor, I'm going to use Body Slam. We paralyze it. It does put us to sleep, but thankfully we freaking wake up. And it puts us to sleep again, but again we wake up. Thank God. And then we do take it out. Finally. So finally, Blastoise. We use Earthquake. It uses Blizzard, and thankfully it misses Earthquake. And then Body Slam, and we finally beat the game. This took me so many attempts. It took me so many days. And I finally did it. We're at level 80. At level 80. I probably could have done better if I didn't just use attacking moves, but I wanted to just use attacking moves. So, there we go. We beat the game with just a Machop. And it took us, how much time? It took us 7 hours and 39 minutes, yes. So, there we go. Another challenge done. This took me days. And it was such a pain, and I know it could have been better if I didn't just use attacking moves. But I hope you like what you saw. Make sure to ring the bell, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next challenge video, because I am going to be making more of these. So, I hope you liked that video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.